All right, guys, so hopefully you answered B, C, and D correct, but we're just going to do a quick recap in case you didn't, so make sure that you're following along. So the second pair that they want us to identify is angle 4 and angle 6. So here we're looking at angle 4 and angle 6. So now instead of these angles being on the exterior, we look and they're in between the parallel lines. So that means that they should have been interior. And again, they are on opposite sides of the transversal or alternate side or alternate. All right, so these are alternate interior angles. So hopefully you got that one right. If you did, awesome job. Okay, the next set that they want us to look at, and I'm going to erase these. The next set they want us to look at is angle 4 and angle 8. All right, so angle 4 is here, angle 8 is here. All right, so here they're on the same side of the transversal, but one is in between the parallel lines and one is on the outside or exterior. So hopefully, if you had your notes and you were looking at it, hopefully you chose corresponding angles, okay? Because again, same side of the transversal, but one is on the interior and one is on the exterior. All right, and last but not least, example D. So again, I'm going to erase this just to give us a clear picture. Going to get a different color. So last one, example D, asks us to look at angle pairs 3 and angle 6, 3 and 6. So again, first thing I want to notice is that they are interior, okay? They're in between the parallel lines. The next thing I notice is that they are both on the right side of this transversal right here. Okay, so that leads me to believe that they're on the same side. So same side interior angles is what you should have had for answer D. All right, so the next thing we want to look at is how do we apply these relationships? So how can we use the angle pair relationships to help us solve related mathematical problems? So the question says determine the angle pair relationship and use it to solve for the variables. So here, that's why it's important to know that if the measures are going to be equal or if they're added together to get 180. So number 1, I'm going to do with you, and then I'll allow you to do 2 and 3 on your own. So number 1, we have these two parallel lines right here. Okay, it's cut by the transversal here. Now, it gives us the angle measure of this one, and it wants us to find y. So the first thing we need to do is identify the angle pair that's being represented. So they are on the same side of the transversal, but again, one angle is on the exterior and one angle is on the interior. So these are corresponding angles. Okay. Now, the next thing we need to know is, okay, well, we need to remember what was the corresponding angle relationship, okay? And in this case, their relationship is equal. They are equal, okay? So that means if this angle right here is 63 degrees, okay, right here, let me get a different color. If this angle is 63 degrees here, okay, then that means since they are corresponding, that y is also 63 degrees. But again, I needed to know that. I needed to know that these were corresponding angles, and I also need to know that corresponding angles are always equal in order to be able to answer this question. So again, I want you to try 2 and 3, and then come back and see if you got them correct.